right. A lot of you guys, welcome. I like the way a lot of you stopped clapping as soon as you saw me. You're like, yeah. Is that the Boston Bomber? I'm not sure. Oh, no, it's Horseshack. No, it's Screech. I'm not sure. Welcome. Love to be in Irvine. I love Irvine. I'm glad to be here. It's been a while since we were here last. You guys have beautiful weather. You have beautiful women. Sorry, ladies. Take it. I have a girlfriend now. It's great. She's from Holland, and her name is Yael with a J. So it's J-A-E-L, which is great, because when she calls my phone, it goes, call from jail. Like, yeah, what's up? I'm in a gang. I hated being single. First of all, I was not good at the pickup lines. Like, I'm way too honest. What am I supposed to say? Hey, ladies, just got my electric turned back on. Like, I'm not really... There's like a disconnect between my brain and my mouth. I don't know what's wrong. Like, if I walk up to a girl, I think I'm going to say something smooth and amazing. But in my, like, I'm like, you and I will take a journey together to the beaches of life to form a union of love forever and ever. What comes out of my mouth? Are you on Facebook? Like, it's not... And my friends always wanted to set me up on a date. I hated being set up on a date. It's just like a bad interview. Right? You ask these questions. What do you do for a living? This girl, she says this. She goes, I'm a psychic. I'm like, well, then you should have predicted this isn't going to work out. Like, why do you own a doorbell? You're obviously not good at your job. She was from South Boston. Do you know how unattractive that accent is? Yes. The South Boston. It's the worst accent. Oh, you're a comic? That's gotta be hard. Like, it's... You ever heard of Bill Maher? Like, they sound like angry seagulls. You wanna get in my car? We'll go to the bar! Only want a cracker? What is this? Some accents are very attractive. The English accent, that's an attractive accent. Not the one from Northern England where you really can't understand them. You know, right there you go, getting lost in that lie, you know what I mean? You're 7 years old. How are you drunk? No, I mean the London. The London accent is the best accent on the planet. It's the most believable accent on the planet. That's why if you listen closely, your GPS has an English accent. Think about that. Because when you hear that, turn left now, my brain goes, I should turn left now. But it wouldn't work with like another accent. Your GPS is like, please, my friend. To turn left now. Really? What are you trying to sell me, GPS? Oh, recalculating, my friend. Oh, we are recalculating because you don't listen to the direction. Why you don't listen to the direction, my friend? I tell you to go left, you don't go left. What is the problem, my friend? What is the problem, my friend? You ever notice that when Indians get mad, their heads kind of bobble like this? Why you don't listen to me? I am Gupta Pradip Sanjay GPS, my friend! And their heads bobble like this. Which, by the way, if you look at the bottom of any bobblehead, it says, made in India. You know? Don't worry, there are no Indian people here. Watch, where are my Indian people at? 3. There's 3 of them. Billions of you guys. You're going to send a few more representatives? Billions. They look like an angry people. You never see like a rap artist. Yo, MC Pradip, you know. Can you imagine? My music hit me so hard to make me say, oh my Lord, thank you for blessing me. Stop. Hammer time. Oh. It is hammer time. We are stopping to hammer. Because it is hammer time. Time to hammer. I'm absolutely fascinated by accents. Some accents are really confusing. My brother just came out of the closet, and I'm very supportive of the gay community. My girlfriend's gay. Like, I'm very supportive. No, I do. I will give money to some political causes like musical theater. I have no problem spending $200 for 4 hours of every thought I've ever had, I think. But here's my question. Why do gay guys have a specific gay accent? Like lesbians don't have a specific accent. They have a specific haircut, but they don't have like a specific... Like, was there like a meeting some years ago? My brother and all his friends got together in some big conference I'm unaware of. Like, think about it. Hey, listen, this is Jimmy D'Urbano. I'm from Chicago. How you guys doing? Listen, I'm having a hard time figuring out who the gays are, you know? Look, we got metrosexuals, Ed Hardy, the skinny jeans. You ever seen the skinny jeans? I can't figure it out, you know? Listen, from now on, this is going to be our secret code. This is how we identify. From now on, everybody repeat after me. How many S's are in Sierra Mist? Irvine Spectrum. Charlie, give it a try. How many S's are in Sierra Mist? You guys are fierce. And an otter. You guys ever notice that gay guys are always dancing but there's no music? Hi, welcome to the Gap. You ever do this? You ever judge someone's ethnic background based on their accent? You ever do this? I do this. I just moved back to New York, and I went to visit my friends in Long Island, and I assumed these guys were like Italians, because they talk with their hands, you know, they have tight t-shirts and their hair slicked back. It turns out they weren't Italian, it turns out they were deaf. But I just assumed... Could have been deaf Italians. I'm not saying they weren't, but I had a woman, she got all mad at me after the show. She comes up to me and she's like, can I talk to you about some of your jokes? What's up? You know, that was really offensive to deaf people. I was like, first of all, no deaf person has ever heard me tell that joke. I promise you. Offended for yourself. Secondly, the way you speak, I wish I was deaf. Why do you talk like that? That's a decision. To make the inflections in your voice go up is a decision. It's a conscious choice to talk like that. And I understand the motivation. You will save a lot of money in college. Think about that. You're never going to go to like medical school if you... What's the point? You ever going to have a doctor that's like, I got your test results back. And you're like negative, but like in a positive way. I am Dr. Bethany, and like says... I love your weather, man. Someone just told me they're like, it's cold here. It's 65. You know? Like, I live in New York. You don't understand cold. Like, it is so cold. Like, I was rooting for global warming. You have no idea. I was freezing. I was lighting styrofoam on fire, just punching spotted owls in the face. I didn't care. It was like so cold, I was gonna vote Republican. I swear, I didn't care if my brother can't get married. If my nipples are like this. It got me colder, I was going Tea Party, I swear. I don't understand when people wear stupid outfits when it gets cold. You know the puffy vest? Why do you wear the puffy vest? You're not on a boat. There is no point in wearing a life preserver. But what's it? No practicality. My chest is freezing, but my arms are on fire. Like, why are you wearing that? Did you hear about the plane in LaGuardia that went through the fence? Did you guys hear about this? Okay, well, let me explain the story. There was a plane in LaGuardia that went through a fence. I was there. I saw this with my own two eyes. This was the middle of winter, and it was crazy because they were like, I was trying to do this gig, and they're like, oh, you're going to get out. I'm like, we're going to get out. There's snow frozen water everywhere. So I'm sitting there, and all of a sudden, I'm like, oh, okay, this is cool, this is happening. We're about to board, and all of a sudden, I see like TSA running on their walkie-talkies, and police and ambulances, and I see a plane go off of the runway and through a fence, and I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, oh my gosh, this is It's really gonna inconvenience me. Not prepared for these delays. I was trying to go to Corpus Christi. Have you heard of you clapping for Corpus Christi? Are you from Texas? There you go. Corpus Christi, if you do not know, is in the heart of Texas, literally named after the body of Christ, Jesus Christ, which makes sense, because during the day I kept walking around thinking to myself, Jesus Christ! I always love it. Jesus Christ! That guy's belt buckle says belt buckle. Thanks you for it. It's like a Honey Boo Boo effect. That's what Corpus Christi is. You know what I mean? That's the reason people watched Honey Boo Boo, because you feel better about you. Have you seen that show? They just took it off the air. It was my favorite show on television. You've seen it. You just didn't realize. You're like, oh, there's Star Wars. That's Jabba the Hutt. No, that's the mom. She's got all those 75 chins where she keeps all of her broken dreams, just living vicariously through that little kid. Oh, yeah. She didn't even speak a language. She'd translate. I've never read a book. Like, whatever she says. You watch that show, you're like, I feel better all of a sudden. I feel smart. I feel like I'm living in a wonderful place. I am so skinny. I am so skinny. June me, skinny. I try every year. That's my New Year's resolution. My New Year's lie, I should say, is to get in shape. That's my... And actually, last year, I'm proud to say, I ran a marathon. I ran 26 miles last year. Well, 1 mile at a time. I did 1 mile, and I waited 2 weeks, and then another mile, and by the end, it was 26 miles. It works. I don't understand. I asked my friend how do you get in shape, and he's like, listen, you gotta cut out carbs. Have you heard this trend? No carb diet? I'm like, look, dude, I'm on an all carb diet. Does this body make me look fat? All carb diet. You know what, for breakfast, I had a side of pasta in a rice bowl on a pumpernickel. No carb diet? What am I supposed to do? Go to a restaurant and be like, can I have a salad? Oh, I don't want any dressing. I'll just use my tears. I'm starving. I'm a rabbit, Phoebe. Sponsor me a cup of coffee a day. So, I go to the same pizza guy in New York I love this guy. This guy's great. He's a little bit weird. Like, he annoys me because he always gives me titles I don't deserve. I don't know what this game is all about. You walk in, what's up, boss? I'm like, oh, nothing, Superintendent Johnson. Like, I don't know why. Can I get 2 slices? Here you go, Chief. I'm like, thanks, Warden. You know, like. But this is why it's so weird. He speaks too many languages. I don't know what like, he's always on the phone. He speaks Arabic, which just kind of sounds like you removed all the consonants. You're Pepsi. Speaks Russian, which kind of sounds like you're drowning. Which, by the way, I don't understand why there are so many good-looking Russian women and not one good-looking Russian guy. I've never seen one attractive Russian guy ever. Every Russian girl's hot, every Russian guy. Hello, I am Boris. I ring bell before dinner. I have Mercedes, but no toilet paper. But I asked my pizza guy, I go, what's your ethnic background? I don't know why he couldn't just answer the question. You know these people that code it up? They gotta get incognito. What are you? I'm Persian. What are you? I'm Persian. Like, you're Persian? Oh, I get it. You're Iranian. Just be Iranian. Don't be afraid that I'm afraid of you. Persian. What's with this biblical reference? Can you show me Persia on a map, Xerxes? I don't think it exists. I don't see other ethnic groups doing this. Hey, this is my friend. He's not from Turkey. He's from the Ottoman Empire. Where my Byzantines at? Mesopotamia's in the house. You know what I mean? Just be proud of who you are. Like, I'm Jewish, I don't call myself landlord. You know, I'm proud of who I am. I like when people are proud of who they are. Watch this. Where my black people at? See, there you go. It was the right energy. You're like, yeah, I'm in Irvine. I'm in Irvine. I'm in Irvine. Just double the population. Now you understand, I grew up in New Orleans, which is weird being Jewish from New Orleans. Like, I grew up eating kosher jambalaya. But like, matzo ball gumbo is delicious. Don't mock. Matzo etouffee rocks. The thing is this. I feel more comfortable around black people because I grew up with mostly black people. That's where I feel more comfortable. And you know what I think? Like, sometimes I hear my 5th grade teacher in my head. Like, you guys have like voices in your head? I'm not talking weird, like, touch a midget, but just like little voices. Nothing creepy, like, twist your nipple. Like, there's nothing weird going on. Just like there's just little voices that happen. Like, you're having a bad day, right? Like I'll hear her voice, it's calming. Like, in a bad day, I'm hearing like, you're not enough. You'll die alone. You don't make enough money. And then her voice, you gonna be okay, baby. And then I thought, like, what if that's the voice of God? That makes sense to me. God is a black woman. How much nicer would the 10 Commandments sound? Right now they're so angry. Thou shalt not kill. Thou shalt not steal. Black woman, you don't gotta kill nobody, baby. You don't gotta steal, boo. Mm-hmm. You look tired. Take Sunday off, okay? Mm-hmm. So we have 1 person, 3 Indians. Watch this. Where are my Latinos at? Arriba! ¿Dónde está el gato con la mantequilla? 5 years. I used to live in Mexico. I mean, Van Nuys. But here's the thing. Latinos have a lot of passion. People think Latino men are short. That's not true. No. Are you Latino? Yes. How tall are you? 5'7". 5'7". He just went, 5'7". 5'7". What it is, it's not, you guys aren't short, it's passion. What it is Latino men have so much like testosterone, so much machismo, so much papi chulo-ness. Is what happens is they see a hot girl and they leak testosterone, they leak. What happens when you see a hot girl? Ay, mami, ay, mamita, mamacita, hey, let's go watch the Dodgers, bro. Dodgers, bro. You guys are smart. You guys are smart. I know, I appreciate it, because Americans, we're not known for like our worldliness. We don't know about other cultures. I'm guilty of this. If you say you're from Belgium, I think of a waffle. That's the first thing I think of. If I've seen a movie from your country, I will think of that movie. If I meet someone from Australia, the whole time they're talking, I'm thinking, that's not a knife, this is a knife. Oh, you're from Scotland. Freedom! That's all I'm thinking. Freedom! Not every man truly lives. The worst is Ireland. I meet someone from Ireland, all I'm thinking is, you're magically delicious. Like, why? And I love America. I do shows for the Marines, for the Army. I shop at the Old Navy. But like, here's the thing. We are the only country that does not use the metric system. Are you aware of this? The only country that does not use the metric system. The only people that use the metric system in this country are people who are on drugs. That is it. If you know what a gram or a kilo is, there is a reason. I tried drugs once every day for 6 years. I quit everything though. I quit smoke. I used to smoke. I quit smoking because I was suicidal and a procrastinator. I don't understand electric cigarettes. This makes no sense to me at all. The whole point of smoking is to look cool. You do not look cool when you're sucking on a glow stick. What are you, in your little personal rave? I quit drinking. I quit drinking 7 years ago, and I feel so much better. I had to quit drinking because I kept getting myself in trouble. The cops pull me over, and they trick you. It's not my fault. They trick you. They're like, say the alphabet backwards. I'm like, I can't do that. So, I learned the trick after the third time. Say the alphabet backwards. No problem, officer. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. What? You want a cigarette? Now this is how stupid I am. I quit smoking pot, and then I moved to California. Pot is legal here, let's be honest. Let's not pretend, oh, get a medical marijuana card. That is so easy to get. Are you serious? Like, all you have to do is go to your doctor, like, hey, Dr. Seuss, can I talk to you for a second? University of Phoenix and DeVry, great degree. Listen, I need one of those medical marijuana cards. And your doctor's like, why do you need a card? And then you can make up anything. You're like, oh, I have anxiety. Your doctor's like, why do you have anxiety? Like, well, I can't get weed. Boom, they'll give you a card. Anxiety. One time I ate pot. That's a whole different experience. That's a whole, yeah, right? And so my friend, he's not like really smart. Like he's like you know him for your whole life, so he's like one of these guys who like lights his farts on fire. You know what I mean? Like, hey, dude, look at this science, you know? Like, dude, you're retarded. I'm sorry, you can't say the word retarded. What's the politically correct word for retarded? Kardashian. Correct. Anyway, so I hate them so much. There's a reality show about a family that does not live in reality. You understand this? This whole family, these girls, they inherited millions of dollars and they've never had a job. Their father, who was never their father, is now their mother. Like, what is going on with this family? Bruce Jenner was a runner, apparently running from the truth. I don't know. But anyways, so, are they from Irvine or something? No, they're Armenian. They're from Glendale. Anyways, so he gives me a brownie. After I ate it, he's like, oh, by the way, I put really strong pot. I'm like, what do you mean, by the way? I've got like my third date in 20 minutes. What am I going to do? He's like, just watch television. It'll be... So all of a sudden, I'm like watching television, and it's like the best show I have ever seen. But meanwhile, the TV wasn't on. And this is where it got weird. The girl that I was dating, she was Korean. Well, she still is Korean, but that's not important. The point is, her name was Yu, right? Yu is a beautiful name in Korea. That's a gorgeous name. But it's not a name you want to deal with. You're like, for the first time. She called me up and it freaked me out. Like, hello? Hi, is Rich there? Who's this? It's you. No. Okay, baby. You guys are great. We should all keep in touch. Well, here's what you do. Most of you, I gave you those cards. Please take them home. I'm a stock, so you gotta like me on Facebook. You gotta follow me on Twitter. Not real life, I'm too paranoid. But like me on that. And just go to my website. It's very easy. I got a brand new website, and it's really fun. It's richisfunny.com. Richisfunny.com. Easy to remember, Rich is Funny. The reason I did that is because my last name is Aronovitch. I can't even spell that. Aronovitch is Russian for, hey, look, there's a Jew. You know? But ladies, you know what they say, once you go Jew, your credit's okay. You guys have a lot of fun. My name is Rich Aronovitch. Please go to richisfunny.com. Thank you, Irvine.